Hi, I'm Sian and welcome to Stretch. Now Stretch is a class at Iron Fitness that I teach, and this is a session that introduces you to a little bit of yoga and a way to stretch your body outside of the classes that we do that will help you rejuvenate and feel ready for your next class and the day ahead. Right then guys, for this session you don't need any socks, so remove them if you have them, and you'll need a mat as well. Let's start with our feet hip width, taking a deep breath in. Soft knees and then breathing out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And then just start to bring your arms all the way down to the floor, dropping your chest and coming up as well. This time, just hold it down at the bottom. And then just a little swing left and right, feeling it into the hips. And just relaxing the head, the chest, the shoulders, letting everything be heavy. Then gently bring yourself to stillness. Place the feet under hips, make sure they're facing forwards. Take your palms and you want to place your foot on your hand. So your palm goes right underneath the foot. If you have rings, you might want to remove them. It's called a gorilla pose. Now bend the knees and then gently as you breathe in and then breathe out and straighten the knees and then push the chest towards the thighs a little bit more. So you've got fully tucked under, getting all the way into the hamstrings, pushing the weight onto the heels, toes are lifted, just relaxing into this one. Keep the breathing going. And then just releasing gently, one foot at a time. Placing the hands behind you, clasping the fingers and pushing all the way to the sky. Just try and relax the arms so that they go towards your head. Throughout the session with your breathing, just try and breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And then gently release the hands, so bring them down all the way to the floor, and we're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Taking the hands wide, all the way overhead, placing the palms together, wrapping the thumbs one in front of the other, and then lifting the chest, squeezing the bum and getting into our first baby back bend. Lift all the way from the belly button towards the sky. Squeeze the bum to help support your spine. And then gently breathe in. Breathe out, bring the arms down to your side. And relax. You want to start at the end of your mat for your first sun salutation. So bring your feet to the end of the mat. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, bring your hands down through your heart center for your forward fold. Soft knees here. Then gently, you're going to walk your hands forwards into your plank position. Make sure chest is over hands and your body is relaxed. Even though you're in a plank, nice tight core. Then gently lower the knees and untuck your feet. Bring your chest all the way down to the floor, bending those elbows towards your ribs. Roll your shoulders back and just lift your chest. Then breathe in, breathe out. Push back onto the knees, tuck the toes, and then lift into your down dog position. So the hips are nice and high here. And once you've found your comfortable position, you kind of have an idea of where your down dog is today. Hamstrings might be tight, so your heels don't have to touch the floor, but they are aiming there. Bend one leg and then the other in towards your belly button to walk your dog. And just gently taking your weight from one foot to the other, and then roll yourself forwards again, back towards your plank position, this time dropping the knees, untucking the toes, push the bum towards the heels, and back into your child pose. From here, bring yourself onto all fours. Tuck your toes and pick back up into your down dog position. we're going to work on our three-legged dogs. So again, making sure that your dog is nice and steady, really pushing the belly towards the thighs, and then you're going to lift your right leg off the floor, bending the knee and taking it all the way to the sky to straighten the leg. You'll feel your hips twist slightly, that's fine, because we're going to bend that right knee. We're going to point it to our left shoulder. So the toes are pointing all the way over, really opening the hip. Keep pushing down through the hands. Keep aiming the heel towards the floor on the straight leg. And then gently, we're going to bring that leg forwards towards your elbow as you come back into your plank. And then you place it underneath you, straightening the back leg and coming down into your pigeon. So you've got a nice hip opener here. Bring those hips forwards and lay down onto your forearms. Head is down. Make sure that front foot is flexed. If this is too much, you can always come into a 90-90, where you keep the front foot coming in and the back foot just comes in to a nice bent 90-degree angle, and then you place your arms down onto the floor. Keep breathing into this one. We're going to hold it for about 8 breaths today. Just getting those hips nice and loose. If they're feeling extra tight, you can always just roll the hips in a little circle. So just get that body moving, and then you just change direction. Or you just hold it and keep breathing. What will happen here is your glutes want to tighten, but just allow them to relax. Give them a moment to really breathe through them. We're going to gently pick ourselves up onto our hands, spread your fingertips, bend your back leg in towards you and take hold of your ankle. Lovely. You can look back at your foot if you want to, or you can carry on looking forwards. You're going to feel a nice stretch coming down the front of the thigh for your quad muscle. Gently release the foot, and we're going to do the other side. So I'd like you to push back into your down dog position. As elegantly as you can get there. Push the heels towards the floor and just focus on getting a nice strong dog before we move. Bending one knee at a time, walking your dog through, breathing in and out. And then gently pushing the right heel further down where the left leg bends and lifts to the sky, nice and straight. And then bend the knee and point the toes to the opposite shoulder, opening the hip as much as you can. Now you might want to turn your chest if you want to, but I'd like you to focus it and have it squared for now. We'll come to that later. And then gently, as you bring your body forwards into your plank, bring your knee to your elbow and then place your foot underneath you. Flex that foot, drop the back leg and drop down onto your forearms. Head down and then just breathe into it. And just think about where you can feel the stretch today. Wherever you feel the tension is where you generally need to send the breath. Slowly bring yourself up onto your hands, bend your back knee in towards you and hold onto your foot. Now your foot might be going all the way to your bum or maybe not today. Depends how your body is feeling today. Gently release your back foot. We're going to do 3 sun salutations. So push yourself gently back to your plank position. And then into your down dog. Hips nice and high. And you're just going to breathe in as you roll forwards into plank. Breathe out, option to drop the knees or not. Lower the chest halfway to the floor, elbows are in. Tuck your toes and lift the chest, or lift chest, hips and thighs. So only hands and feet are on the floor. Now really push your shoulders away from your ears here. And then again, push back to your down dog. And we're going to do it 2 more times. On the breath, breathing into plank, breathing out to crocodile, breathing into baby cobra or up dog if hips are up. And then breathe out back to your down dog. Last time, breathe in, plank. And breathe out to crocodile. Breathe in, up dog or baby cobra. And then breathe out for your down dog. Gently, you're going to drop your knees. And we're going to do a little bit of cat and cow just to really warm up our spine. So breathe in, look up. Lift the bum towards the sky, and as you breathe out, tuck under, look towards your belly button, push your hands into the mat, lift the shoulders away from the ears, and we go again. Breathe in and breathe out. You want the movement to last as long as your breath. So take big breaths all the way in and all the way out. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Gently bring yourself back to centre, and we're going to lay down onto our belly for our bow pose. From here, I'd like you to bend both feet in towards your bum, but flex your ankles so your toes are pointing away from you. Take hold of one ankle, and if you can, the other. Knees want to come together as much as possible here. Roll the shoulders back, eye gazes forwards, and gently lift the thighs off the floor. Try not to rock here, hold as much as you can. Keep squeezing the bum, shoulder blades are together, and keep lifting and lifting. Make sure you're breathing. When you've had enough, you can come down, and then you just take another deep breath in, and you lift back up again. See if you can lift those thighs a little higher. Keep kicking to the sky, keep lifting the chest. Push the knees together. And then gently release down. Place your hands under your shoulders. Bring yourself into your horse stance, so onto all fours. You're going to take your right arm all the way in the air to open up the chest, and then bring it underneath the body so you can lay on the shoulder, pushing the left hand just above your head into the mat. Should be getting a nice shoulder stretch right between the shoulder blades. And then gently we're going to bring ourselves back into our horse stance, and we're going to change sides. Breathe in. Open up the chest. Breathe out. Stretch out those shoulders. That's your choice, the depth of the stretch. The more that you push the right hand into the floor, the more you're going to feel that stretch. And then gently, we're going to tuck our toes, push back to our down dog position, and we're going to do one more sun salutation before we come into some balances. So breathe in, roll to plank, breathe out, lower to crocodile, breathe in, lift the chest, and then breathe out for your down dog. Bend your knees and gently walk your feet forwards. Feet at hip width, take hold of the opposite elbow, and then just come into your ragdoll, just swinging left and right gently. Let the shoulders be heavy. And then then gently release the hands, rolling up, bringing the arms wide, all the way overhead, breathing in. Clasp the thumbs and then baby back bend, squeeze the bum, look all the way up at the sky. And breathing out and bringing the hands down through the heart centre. Well done. If you'd like to get some water now, please feel free. If not, just shake out the feet. Find yourself a space in the middle of your mat. Then we're going to start off with some balances. So the first pose we're going to do today is our tree pose. You're going to stand on your left foot, lifting your right leg up, and you bring the right foot either on the floor to the ankle, just off the floor onto the shin, or onto the inner thigh. Make sure that the foot is above the knee and push the leg and foot evenly together, keeping the knee open. Hands to heart centre, and just breathe here, relaxing the shoulders. You want to feel like the shoulder blades are coming back down the spine. They're a nice V shape, so roll them down and then relax. Once you've got your balance here, just keep breathing. We're going to do 8 breaths together, in through the nose and out. If you fall out of the pose, just gently find your play position again. And remember, balance is a journey, so just be nice to the body. Really take your time. Release the hands softly, and what I want you to do is bring the leg out. You're going to try and hook underneath the leg, so take the arm behind the leg and hook under. The other arm goes out. Now you can hold here, still opening the hips, having the knee bent, or you can straighten the leg and try and reach for your toes. Bend the standing leg here. You have the option. So either bent or straight, holding onto your toes. That's it. Keep breathing, keep the balance. 5 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Remember, bent knee is also just as challenging. Last 2. And then gently we're going to bring the leg across the thigh. It's not going down yet. Bring the hands to the heart centre. Breathe in, lift the arms overhead. Breathe out and tip forwards from the hips. Bring the chest forwards. Keep reaching. Bend the standing leg. So we're strengthening our ankle, our shin and our foot. Also stretching out the back and the shoulders. And then if you're ready, on your next in-breath, I want you to release the arms behind you. And then you push back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your hands a little higher, and then you're back. I'm just going to show you from the side as well, the position that you're going to be in. Gently, I'm going to tip forwards. So the bum is sticking right out, foot is flexed, arms are behind you, and fingertips are energized here. They're not lazy, they're really pushing back. And then gently, we're going to release. We're going to place the foot down, and we're going to bring ourselves up. We're ready to do the other side. So have a little shake out, maybe roll the ankles if they're feeling it a little bit. Then gently take your weight onto your right foot. Tree pose first, left foot either stops on the floor, just above the ankle, a bit higher on the shin or on the thigh. Take a deep breath in, place the hands at the heart centre, breathe out, relax your shoulders. Now a little tip for your balance, look at something that's not moving. So just focus on a point in front of you that's not moving, and it will help you to stay there. Relax those shoulders down the spine. Push the palms into each other as much as you push the thigh and foot together. Last breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Release the hands gently. Bend the knee out to the side. and then hook under the leg. Lovely. The other arm can go out to balance, or it can stay on your hip, wherever you prefer. That's it, perfect. And then if you're ready, you straighten your leg. And you can hold onto your toes. Take your peace fingers, so your finger and your thumb, and take it around your big toe and hold it. Now you want to aim to open as much as you can from the hips, opening out, but if your hips aren't allowing that today, that's fine. As long as the leg is on diagonal, you're bending that right leg. The left leg is straight as it can be. If it can't straighten, keep it bent. Even if you hold by the toes here, that's fine. 3 more breaths. Slow down your mind. And your last one. And releasing gently, bringing the foot across the other leg. Breathing in, bring your hands to heart center. Breathe out, reach all the way up. Breathe in, bend forward from the hips. And then breathe out, send those arms back. Nice, strong, powerful reach behind you as far as you can. Chest is aiming towards the floor, head is down so that our trunk can relax. The neck has no pressure on it here. A little wiggle is fine. If you fall out, we just come back into it. Just a few more breaths here. And then gently we release the foot so the feet are together. We breathe in and we bring our arms back up to our heart center. We breathe out, we release. Again, rolling the ankles if we need to. We're going to come into our warrior 2 now. So take your feet nice and wide. Hips face me. It's the most important thing is that our hips stay nice and square. We're going to start by turning our left foot to the left side and bending that knee. The right foot stays where it is. And then if you want to, you can bring it in a little bit, but not much with that right foot, okay? So the toes can go a little bit. Bend the left knee as much as you can. And if, like me, you have a problem pushing the knee towards the baby toe, bring the heel in just a fraction, and then down we go. Arms are up, and I want to see your heart center. Good, just hold it here. Breathe in, lift the arms, clasp, and then push down a little more. Keep the palms together, push all the way up to get nice and strong into that front thigh. Good, and release the arms gently. Sun warrior, okay, we're going to take our right arm onto our right leg, keeping it straight, left arm reaches up and over. It's more of a side bend, it comes from underarm to the hip, reaching all the way over to that right side. Still pushing into that left knee, keeping it nice and bent, and then releasing gently. From here, you're going to extend your warrior, so reach over towards the left knee, hand comes to thigh, arm up in the air, or take the hand down to the floor. Your choice here. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep the arm nice and steady overhead. Make sure fingers and arm are strong. Perfect. Gently keeping that front knee bent, bring yourself back up. And then you can straighten the legs. Just pivot the feet to change sides. Perfect. Hips are still to me. Bend the front knee. Back heel comes in just a little bit towards you. Arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink a little lower. That's it. Push into that left leg. Lovely. Bend the right knee as much as you can. So your left heel needs to go all the way into the floor, the outside of the foot as well. Perfect. There we are. Hold it. Breathe in. Turn the palms. Reach all the way up. Clasp the fingers. And then breathe out and push down. Just double check. Hips are not twisting. Arms nice and close to your ears. Just hold for one more breath. Breathe in. And a long breath out. Release the hands. And then gently we're going to extend our warrior over our right leg. Right arm comes to thigh, left arm to the sky, or right hand to ankle, keeping the left arm to the sky and bringing your body further forwards. Bring the hand back to thigh, and then arm on top comes down the back leg. Breathe in, reach up, come back into your sun warrior. Breathing out and getting that nice side bend. Really push into the front leg, it's got to bend. It will want to straighten, but don't let it. And then gently, we're going to release. We're going to bring our feet in just a little bit. So what you want to do is have almost a natural stance and then face both feet to the right side. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out and tip forward from the hips, coming all the way down. You can stop halfway if your back starts to round, but if you can keep a nice flat back, you can come all the way down to your feet. Aiming your forehead and your chest towards your thigh and your knee. And then gently, you're going to bend the right leg. Hands still stay outside the right leg. Bring the left knee in so that the knees are together and the left toes are pointing behind you. That's it, perfect. And then gently take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, tip forward so that your leg goes all the way in the air, as straight as it can for your standing split. So that left leg is really lifted as high as it can. And if you want a little bit more balance, you can take your hand onto the ankle. And gently we release the foot, bring it down to the floor, and then we bring ourselves up. Breathing in, reaching the arms up. And breathing out, releasing the arms down to our sides. And we change sides. Turn around. Again, feet about hip width, so not too far. Back foot is still facing the same direction as the front foot. It's only on a slight angle. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, tip forward from the hips. Push the weight into the back heel and into the back hip, and then bring the head down. Remember, if you're curving and you can't come all the way down, keep a flat back and keep reaching forwards. Then gently take your weight onto your front foot, hands stop outside the ankle, bend the back knee, point the toes away and come into your standing split. Kicking all the way to the sky, as high as you can. Really taking your weight forwards. And then gently bending the knee down and releasing, rolling up vertebra by vertebra until you are standing again. If you want some water, feel free to grab it now. If not, come down to the mat and we're going to come into seated modified half lotus. So I'm going to start with my right leg on top, and all I do, left leg underneath, cross legs. Right leg is either on the floor in front, on the shin, or on your thigh. You're looking for wherever is comfortable for you. Knees want to push down towards the floor, and just gently here relax the arms and take 5 breaths with me. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Should notice with each breath that your knees begin to drop a little more and they become a little looser. Last breath. We're going to come into our seated twist now. So I'd like you to take your left arm over your right thigh, your right hand on the floor, look behind you, and use your leg as an anchor. So really clasp the leg, pulling your way around, turning from the centre of your chest. It's no good just turning your head. You should feel a nice rotation into the back. This should hit more of the middle of the back as well. And then you want to create as much space as you can so that you can rotate. So keep breathing, relax the shoulders, relax the hands. And gently bring yourself back to centre. Take a deep breath in, reach all the way up. And we're going to do a tricep stretch now. So you're going to feel this from the underarm going all the way up towards just under the elbow. So take the left arm and place it behind you. Right hand comes on top of the elbow. Breathe in, breathe out, tuck your chin and tip forwards here. Now you want to make sure that you're pushing the bum towards the floor and lowering from the chest. When you feel like you're going to lift the butt cheeks, then place the hands on the floor and you want to lower the forearms towards the floor, tucking the chin in and dropping down as low as you can and just relaxing into it. Any point it becomes uncomfortable, you can release the top foot and just come into cross legs. Gently bring yourself up. Take the legs out wide, give them a little shake, and then we're going to swap sides. So this time your right leg goes underneath, your left leg comes on top. And again, it can stop on the floor, on the shin or on the thigh for your modified half lotus. Make sure feet are flexed to protect the ankles. Take a deep breath in, sit nice and tall, relax the shoulders and breathe out through the nose as well. We're just doing 5 breaths here. And just one more breath in and out. Let's come into our seated twist, placing your right hand on your left thigh, left hand on the floor, and really using that right hand as an anchor to rotate from the centre of your chest so you feel that stretch coming all the way between your shoulders, maybe into the middle of the back as well, and just relaxing the shoulders down. Try not to turn too much from the head, make sure you're turning from the centre of your chest. Gently release the grip on the hands, bring the chest back to the centre. Now from here, take a deep breath in, we're going to go into our tricep stretch. Lift all the way up, then take your right arm behind, place the left hand just over the elbow and push the arm towards your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin, eye gaze forwards, take a deep breath in, breathe out and tip forwards from the hips. Remember, one side is always more flexible than the other, which is normal. So don't push it. When you feel like you can't go anymore, release the hands and then just lower the forearms, but use the hands to push into the floor so that your glutes stay stuck to the floor. Otherwise, you're going to lift them up. You want to keep them on the floor as much as you can. And then gently bring yourself up and take a deep breath in and then release the legs. Now I'm going to invite you to lay down on your back. Place the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to drop out. Breathe in, reach overhead. Take hold of the opposite elbow and just relax into butterfly. Take a deep breath in and release. From here, I'm going to invite you to join me for your meditation. So just gently allow your eyes to close. You can take your feet a little wider or you can release the pose. Keep the hands overhead or allow them to relax next to you. Palms face up, eyes are soft. We're going to gently take a breath in through the belly and breathe in again and again and again until you can't breathe in anymore. And then just sigh the breath away. Allowing everything to be heavy. Let's just do this 5 times. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly like a balloon, filling up the belly like a balloon, and then sighing the breath away. And a bit more, and a little more, until you can't breathe out anymore. Just one more here. And then just allow the breath to go, to run in and out of the body at its own pace. And let's let our minds escape. Try and stay in the present moment. As the thoughts enter your mind, just gently push them away. Just notice how your body has become a little heavier on the mat. Can you make it heavier? Can you release a little more? And on the next in-breath, I'm going to invite you to hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Often we give everyone else a hug, but what about us? We need one too. Now you may wish to stay still or to circle your back into the mat, or maybe just rock left and right. It is completely up to you. And then when you've had enough, you either find stillness and hold here, or you extend the arms and legs all the way out into a nice star pose, stretching wide, pointing the toes and fingers away from you, and then just allowing the body to be heavy. On the next in-breath, gently look over your left shoulder, keeping your eyes closed, just turning your head softly. And then coming back to center on the in-breath and relaxing the head on the out-breath. We're going to repeat that to the right side. Breathe in, turn the head, breathe out and relax the neck. And gently come back to center. I'm going to ask you to open your eyes here and just give them a moment to adjust to the light in your surroundings. Then take hold of your feet with your peace finger and your thumb, wrapping around your big toe, and then gently we're going to just play around in our happy baby pose. So just imagine a baby rolling around, how they explore and move their body in any way they feel. Just explore every position that calls you. And then gently releasing your toes, Placing your hands behind your thighs, roll yourself up and down, and just roll through the spine a few times, nice and gently, until you fully stop seated. Come on up onto your knees. Now what you want to do here is you want to tuck your toes under, so they're getting a nice stretch going through the feet. Sit nice and tall, so imagine somebody picking you up by your hair. So you're nice and tall from the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders down your spine, take a deep breath in, and then let it go through the mouth. Hands to heart center, and 2 more, breathe in. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Namaste.